The ruling coalition partner CPN-UML has bluntly rejected Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal's bid to share some key constitutional positions with Nepali Congress. Even as Premier Dahal openly discussed the issue in an all-party meeting held yesterday, UML Chief KP Sharma Oli rejected the proposal, even admonishing the Congress leaders not to conspire against the present coalition. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. The registration for the nomination of candidates for the Speaker of the House of Representatives taking place today. CPN-UML rejects the Premier's proposal for sharing power with Nepali Congress. The Council of Ministers still incomplete despite expansion. 4 deputy premiers and 16 new faces in the cabinet, but inclusivity ignored. The death toll from a Russian missile strike on an apartment block in Dnipro climbs to 45 as search teams continue to shift through the rubble. At least 19 people still reported missing. And Liverpool advance into the 4th round of the FA Cup, edging past Wolves 1-0. Harvey Elliott's stunning goal separates the two sides. The registration for the nomination of candidates for the Speaker of the House of Representatives is taking place today. The Parliament Secretariat published the schedule for the election of the Speaker, which is scheduled for tomorrow. Based on the election program, candidacies can be registered between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. today, while the final list of candidates will be published tomorrow itself. A proposal for election of the Speaker will be tabled in the Parliament session slated for 11 a.m. tomorrow. This will be followed by the discussions on the list of candidates for approval. Meanwhile, the meeting of the ruling coalition parties has decided to appoint the Speaker of the lower house from CPN-UML. An all-party meeting called by Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal to discuss the issue of sharing power on the positions of the President and the Speaker failed to make any concrete decisions. During the meeting held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar yesterday, Prime Minister Dahal proposed for possible consensus for the key constitutional positions of the President, Vice President, Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker. Premier Dahal cited public mandate as the reason for the consensus. However, leaders present at the meeting pitched differing opinions. Nepali Congress supported the Prime Minister's proposal, while CPN-UML flatly rejected the proposal. Emerging out of the meeting, Nepali Congress Chief Whip Ramesh Lekhak said that no decisive agreement could be held for the position of the President, Vice President, Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker. UML Chairperson KP Sharma Oli walked out of the meeting midway after reportedly warning the Congress leaders not to conspire against the coalition of 7 parties. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal expanded the Council of Ministers yesterday, 3 weeks after assuming his post. The newly appointed ministers were administered the oath of office in secrecy and assumed their duties yesterday itself. Likewise, 4 ministers appointed prior to this and had remained without portfolios have also been assigned their respective portfolios. The newly appointed deputy prime ministers and 12 other ministers were administered their oath of office and secrecy by President Bidya Devi Bhandari at her official residence in Sital Niwas yesterday. Likewise, 2 state ministers were sworn in by Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal. From CPN-UML, Bimala Rai Paudel has been appointed Minister for Foreign Affairs, Padamgiri Minister for Health and Population, Bhagwati Chaudhary as the Minister for Women, Children and Senior Citizens, and Hari Upreti as the Minister for Defense. Likewise, from CPN Maoist Center, Rekha Sharma has been appointed the Minister for Communication, Information and Technology, and Aman Lal Modi as Minister for Federal Affairs and General Administration. Sushila Sripali Thakur of CPN Maoist Center, who has been appointed as the State Minister for Tourism, did not attend the oath-taking ceremony yesterday. From Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, Party Chair Rajendra Lingden has been appointed as the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Energy. Likewise, Dhruva Bahadur Pradhan of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party has bagged the Ministry for Law. Bikram Pandey has been sworn in as the Minister for Urban Development and Deepak Bahadur Singh as the State Minister for Energy. Similarly, from Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Shishir Khanal has been appointed the Minister for Education. Dol Prasad Aryal has been assigned the responsibility of the Ministry for Labor and Social Security, and Toshima Karki has been appointed the State Ministry of Health and Population. Minister without portfolio Jwala Kumari Shah has been allotted the Ministry of Agriculture. Rajendra Rai has bagged the Ministry of Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation, and Damodar Bhandari has been allocated the Ministry of Industries, Commerce and Trade. Abdul Khanal of Janmat Party has been appointed the Minister for Drinking Water. Earlier, Prime Minister Dahal had formed an 8-member Council of Ministers, which has now expanded to 23 ministers in the cabinet. CPN-UML has bagged 8 ministries, CPN Maoist Center 5, along with the top executive post. Rashtriya Swatantra Party and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party have bagged 3 each, and Janmat Party has been allocated 1 ministry. Likewise, CPN Maoist Center, Rashtriya Swatantra Party and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party have been allocated 1 state minister each. Prime Minister Dahal was appointed as the top executive on 25th of December and had assumed his duties a day later. Meanwhile, the meeting of the expanded cabinet has been scheduled for 3 p.m. today. Newly elected ministers assumed their office immediately after being administered their oath of office and secrecy yesterday. Speaking after assuming office, Minister for Foreign Affairs Bimla Rai Paudel said that her priority was to ease the service delivery for the public. As the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister Rai said that her focus would be to ensure efficient service delivery, sound collaboration with diplomatic missions in Nepal, and ensuring ease in access for Nepali nationals to the Nepali embassies in different countries. Also assuming office after being administered the oath, Minister for Health and Population Padam Giri has issued a decision for the implementation of basic service criteria to ensure quality service at hospitals and health institutions. State Minister for Health Toshima Karki assured of putting an end to the situation where the citizens had been losing their lives because of inadequate funds for treatment. State Minister Karki added that health services would be developed as the fundamental right as provisioned by the Constitution of Nepal. Meanwhile, after assuming office, Minister for Tourism, Culture and Civil Aviation Sudan Kirati said that collaborations would be made with stakeholders to ensure safe aviation sector in the country. Minister Kirati also added that efforts would be made to make air travel free of risks in Nepal. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what they think of the newly appointed ministers. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
राष्ट्रिय मुद्दामा चाहिँ अवश्य पनि चाहिँ अघि सार्नु हुनेछ।
नयाँ अनुहार भए पनि पुरानै अधिकांश पार्टीको भएर धेरै आशा गर्न सकिदैन।
नयाँ अनुहारले नयाँ काम र नयाँ जोश लिएर आउँछन् जस्तो लाग्छ।
युवा मन्त्रीहरूले चाहिँ युवाकै लागि केही कामहरु गर्नु।
अहिले छानिएका मन्त्री एकदमै राम्रो लागेको छ।
उहाँको के भने कामले नै बताउने छ।
काम गर्न सक्ने खालको केही गर्नुहुन्छ कि भन्ने आशा लाग्दो हुनुहुन्छ।
कार्यक्षमताका आधारमा भन्दा पनि अझै पनि भागभण्डामै मन्त्री नियुक्त गर्ने प्रचलन चाहिँ कायम भएको छ। यो चाहिँ दुःखद पक्ष हो।
मलाई लाग्छ उहाँले काम गर्नुहुन्छ भने
बुढा मान्छेको एक्सपिरियन्स र नयाँ मान्छेको जोश भएर केही नयाँ हुन्छ कि
हामीलाई जो आइन त्यसै भने हामीलाई नुन तेल चामल भाउ बढेछ किनेर खान सक्दैन गरिबले।
जसले गर्छु भन्छ उहाँहरुको चाहिँ खुट्टा तान्ने परम्परा छ, संस्कार छ, त्योबाट चाहिँ उहाँहरु जोगिनु पर्छ।
Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal's decision to appoint people with business backgrounds to the cabinet has raised quite a few eyebrows. Questions have been raised on the intentions of the newly elected ministers, some of whom have been running construction companies. The ruling coalition chose Bikram Pandey as the Minister for Urban Development. Pandey owns the Kalika Construction Company that is overlooking a project under the same ministry. The same company took the contract for Sikta irrigation project and is facing allegations of corruption. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority is currently looking over the case. Likewise, Dol Prasad Aryal, who was appointed Minister for Labor, Employment and Social Security, himself operates a manpower company. His political career is of just around 7 months. Although the minister has expressed commitment to eliminate the youth's compulsion of going abroad for employment, it is doubtful given conflicting personal alliance. Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Ravi Lamichhane is also engulfed in controversy related to his citizenship. In this scenario, Questions have been raised on whether the ministers will work within ethical boundaries and on whether they can avoid abusing their access to confidential state informations. The countries in Asia, Europe, and Australia have been playing an important role in the development of Nepal. These countries have been providing aid for various development projects in the country, while Nepalese embassies have been established in 30 countries. At a time when the effects of the ongoing economic crisis in the world has been witnessed in Nepal as well, it is to be seen how these countries will support Nepal. Nepalese embassies have been established in 30 out of the 77 countries with whom Nepal has maintained bilateral relations. However, their role in the country's development remains unspoken, while the Ministry of Foreign Affairs does not seem to provide particular direction in this regard. The government has a target of listing Nepal as a developed nation within 2026. The country will lose convenient loans on customs, trade, among other facilities. Nepal will have to seek new sources to earn foreign currency. The government has not initiated dialogues in this regard, while the ambassadors do not seem to have conducted studies on possibilities of bringing investment and identifying demand of Nepali products in their respective countries. Ambassadors are responsible for strengthening bilateral relations, maintaining trust, and promoting the country's image in the international arena. The trend of changing ambassadors with the change in government has weakened foreign relations. Therefore, the country's diplomatic ties and foreign policy are bound to be free from politics. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, has begun preparations to appoint the new national team coach within a few days' time. A final round of interview has been called for today to reach a decision. 5 candidates have been finalized from the 24 that had applied for the post. This includes former coach Dave Watmore and Bangladesh national team coach Russell Domingo of South Africa. Likewise, Monty Desai and other foreign coaches have made it to the short list. CAN intends to appoint the new coach and begin closed camp training of the national team this week itself. 3 coaches have left the national team in the past 15 months. The schedule for the Nepal, Namibia and Scotland tour under ICC World Cricket League 2 has been published. The series will take place between 14th to 21st of February. Nepal has played 24 matches of the league so far and had collected 18 points to be at the 6th position. Nepal will need to win all the matches to make it to the World Cup qualifiers. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What should be done to uplift the standards of Nepali cricket? Your options are A, appoint capable coach, B, regular tournaments, and C, increase investment. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.